Wait a minute, you just finished UTME 2025. Congratulations. But that's just a step towards you gaining admission this year. Are you wondering what's the next step for you to take in gaining admission in 2025? In this video, I'll be explaining the right steps you should take after your UTME to increase your chance of gaining admission this year. So you've written UTME. That's just the first step, as I said earlier. The next step is the post-UTME screening. And this is where it gets interesting, because even with the high UTME score, some may not gain admission. And even with normal score, some can still gain admission. So this shows you that post-UTME screening is actually very important. It is as important as your UTME exam itself. And basically, what schools are trying to do with the post-UTME screening is just to really filter out students, candidates, because they have a lot of people that are applying to that university and they can't pick everyone. So they are trying to just streamline the number of applicants. Now, some schools use O-level results and UTME results. That's all they use. So you won't necessarily have to do the post-UTME. It will just be your aggregate of your O-level and your UTME score that will be used to grade you or as your post-UTME screening results. Why some actually give you an actual exam for you to write. Now, some will test you on the same subject combination that you did in your UTME. Why some will have a little bit of extra, like maths, general knowledge, and some other ones as well too. And they may just purely test you on just math, English, and then general knowledge. Why some will just add math and general knowledge to your normal UTME subject combination. And as I said earlier, the subjects that you'll be writing in the post-UTME differ from one school to the other. For example, you right now, they do the normal subject combination that you do in your UTME, which is for people that are applying for medical courses. You have use of English, you have physics, you have biology, you have chemistry, and you have physics. So those are the subjects that you do. While some universities like Unilorin, they add maths to theirs and general paper. OAU do the same thing as that of UI, just that the structure of the questions are quite different for each universities. For UI now, it's always 25 questions. While OAU, I think, is a bit different. I think it's probably like 10. The questions are not that much, but then I heard that the questions are actually quite a bit more like A-level kind of. So your preparation should be tailored to the school that you are applying to. The post-UTME kicks off around July and August, so we're already in July. So that means some universities or some students should have been releasing their post-UTME dates or post-UTME form as at now. So be on the lookout. And the period that they release their post-UTME form depends on the academic calendar. For example, now UI tend to release theirs around September, October, depending on when the semester or the session ends, or when first semester ends. And you should not wait until the post-UTME form is out before you start preparing, because the time period between when the form is released and when you write the exam is usually no more than 2 months. And I don't think 2 months is enough for you to actually do an adequate preparation for an exam. So what I would advise that you do is, the moment you can probably just try and relax for like a week or two after your post-UTME, after your UTME, when the score has been released, but immediately after that 2 weeks, make sure you start preparing. Make sure you start reading, because it's very easy for you to actually read something that you just finished reading compared to you neglecting that stuff for a very long time. It becomes very difficult for you to actually pick it up again, and there will be some concept that you already learned initially that will look confusing to you, or that may look as maybe you actually haven't studied it. So the best time for you to prepare is closer to when you stopped preparing for your UTME, and your preparation should be tailored to the subjects that you'll be doing. So if you're applying to somewhere like Unilorin, you should know that you should add maths and English language and general knowledge to what you'll be preparing for. If you're applying to UI, then you have to prepare using your normal UTME subject combination. So I made a video about how to prepare to UI post-UTME and post-UTME generally, I think a year back or so. So I'll drop the link up here, I don't know, anywhere, so you can go and watch that video for when you're done watching this. So I would love to add that your preparation is not really a preparation until you've made a study plan and you stick to it, because that's what actually matters. You can just be having in your head that, oh, I want to prepare, and if you actually have not started, you don't have a laid down plan for you to cover the entire syllabus probably within 2 months, within 3 months. You have not started preparation. You're just free. You're just freestyling it. So I would recommend that you make a study plan on how to actually cover every single thing you need to cover in that time period. Now, the next step for you to do is to apply for the post-UTME once the form is out. Now, we've a lot of stories about people not actually realizing that they actually have to purchase the form from the school before they actually go for the post-UTME. They just think that it's more like automatic. And this tends to happen to people that just finished secondary school, or people that they've not really, you don't really have people around there that have done like post-UTME before. So this is me telling you now that you are meant to actually purchase the form from the university site. And this way of scammers, there are a lot of people out there that will tell you that they will apply for you and you will just collect your money and that's it. So the best place to apply, once you notice that the form is out, just go to a cyber cafe. They will tell you everything you need to know, and make sure that you are there when they are filling out the form for you, so that they won't make any mistake. But any mistake can actually cost you your admission as well. So to apply, you just go to the university site. You see the link to go to register, and after that, you'll be required to upload some results like your O-level results, and I think birth certificate and some other documents as well. And then you'll be required to pay a screening fee. Now the screening fee used to be around 5,000 to like 10,000, but I don't know. I think it varies for different universities, and I don't know, due to the situation of the country, it might have gone higher by now. And also, I would like to reiterate that make sure you upload all your documents. Make sure you fill out all the details correctly, and make sure you are not scammed. Ask people around, people that have applied to the universities, to that institution. Ask them; they will be able to like guide you on what you should do. Now, so you're probably wondering that who is this guy that I've been talking for a while now? You didn't even introduce yourself. My name is Pelumi, also known as Kenst, a fourth-year medical student of the University of Ghana, or technically fifth-year medical student, but also fourth year, like the two together due to the strike that happened recently. I post educational content, content around getting admission, medical school, and self-development. So if you are up for any of this, kindly the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you will be updated every single time I post new content. So let's go back into the video. Also, I think it's quite important for you to go through your JAMB profile for errors, so we'll be able to like make the corrections before your profile is being sent to the institution. Because once your profile is being sent to the institution, it does not correlate to the one that you are filling in. There may be a lot of tussle, and you may lose that admission because of that. So while you are waiting for the post-UTME form to be out, go to your JAMB profile, try and check your name, your date of birth, your local government area, and everything. Make sure that it's actually correct. So if any of them is not correct, then you can go to your JAMB office to make the correction. I think you'll be required to pay. If you want to correct anything on your JAMB portal, you have to pay a certain amount. But it's better for you to pay certain amounts before it becomes problematic. And also, while you are waiting for the form to be out, make sure you get your passport, your O-level results, and birth certificate. Create a study plan that you're going to follow. As I said before, that's very important, because if you are applying for the post-UTME and you are not prepared, you are literally just wasting your time. You're wasting your money. And also try to join brainstorming groups. I remember when I was preparing for post-UTME, one thing I found very useful, and one thing that actually motivated me to study very hard, was all this brainstorming group. A lot of things that most of these guys know that I don't know. And the sad reality is that getting admission in Nigeria itself is very, very competitive. So it's a very serious affair. So you have to try as much as make sure you have an edge over every other person. You have to make sure that you absorb a lot of information. You have to know what everybody knows, and you also have to know what every other person does not know. That's the reason that will probably give you an edge to actually gain admission. So it's when you join those brainstorming group that you're able to tell, oh, everybody knows this, I don't know it, I have to work on this area. I hope you get. So try to join brainstorming group. Try and reach out to people that are applying to the same institution and for the course that you are also applying for. And you can also make friends or make it like a study partner. Someone that actually you guys can keep tab of your progress. Now, another tough question: what if you don't get admission this year? Now, personally have been in that situation where I prepared as hard as I could, but eventually it was not enough. It was just by 0.25, and I was caught in between, like changing course or taking the UTME again and then trying my luck again. And I actually changed my course. I just later didn't eventually go because I just felt, oh, let me just try it again. I was this close. Maybe I should definitely get it the next time. I'll probably try it out. But then there are some people that can't take the risk. So if you can't take the risk, and if you are not too sure of yourself, you can change to a course. Especially if you have a very high score. Just like the score was not enough for you to get into the course that you apply for. So you can probably change to a lesser course if you feel like. But if you don't, you should probably try and take another form. This is not. I'm not advising you to take another form. I'm just telling you that you should consider it, depending on what you yourself want. And another thing I think most people tend to like, the mistake most people tend to make is they believe that if they are taking, since they got like probably like 300 this year, if they take it again next year, they will get higher. Now, you won't necessarily get higher if you don't prepare harder. I don't know whether what I'm saying you get it. If it's the same topic or the same concept that you know that you used to write the UTME the previous year that you are using for this year, there won't really be any much difference in your score. It may even be lower. It may not be that widely low, but it may even still be lower. So you don't just sit back and try and take the UTME again. You actually have to sit back, realize the mistake that you made in the previous year, and try to work on them. You have to improve. Is when you now improve in your study, then it will show in the result that you get. So just stay back is not just enough. But I think when we get to like about to be like, oh, you can go try again now, maybe you get it, and they don't get it when they try again, they will probably blame the person that is advising them. But the person that is advising them is not necessarily the ones at fault. You have a part to take too. It's your future. So you can't just think maybe you just take it again and automatically you get and you have to actually put in the maximum effort that you can. Probably right now you have enough time, so you have to put in the maximum effort that you can at that point. And if in case you don't want to like take JAMB again, there are a lot of other options for you. For example, you can purchase the JAMB direct entry form. So if you have A-level, now your A-level can either be JUPEB or Cambridge. Now, or JMB, I think. Now for UI only accept Cambridge A-levels, while every school accepts Cambridge, but not all schools accept JUPEB and IJMB. So you also have to make a lot of findings, a lot of searching to know what the school that you're applying for actually wants. So you can purchase the JAMB direct entry form if you have your E-level. So you can probably write E-level exams, either Cambridge or JUPEB or IJMB. Or if you already have a degree already, you can use that one to apply to. So I made a video about direct entry admission like a year or 2 years ago. So I'll probably drop the link around somewhere, I don't know. So you can probably just go and watch it in case you are considering direct entry. Now another thing you can also do in case probably your post-UTME score probably low also, or probably didn't get admission to that university that you are applying for or you apply for that course, is you can try other universities or polytechnics or colleges, anyone that you want. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just trying to list out all the options that you have, so you don't have to still make the choice yourself. If you don't want to, it's fine. But then you can also apply to other universities or polytechnics. I've seen even people that I took tutorials that they applied to UI and they get in, and then they apply to other schools and then they get in for the course that they want, and some of them are even done now. So depending on your choice. And if you will be staying back, as I said, you should try to use that time to actually improve your grade. Make sure that everything is spotless, that you are very, very good. You've used that time to actually study harder. And if you probably observe that probably your O-level result is not that fantastic, you can probably write all this GCE exam again to buffer it. On the final notes, I would just like to just reiterate some of the things I've said before. So I think one thing you should also take note and do and stick to be very organized. The post-UTME exam dates, you should take note of it, because with There are a lot of cases where we've heard that people said, oh, I don't know that I was having the exam today, and they've prepared for so long, and that will just be the end, because the university cannot just like create your own, do your own exam for you like separately. It does not happen like that. So make sure that you stay very organized. If you have to write the exam date down somewhere, write down. If you have to write the date that you are going to purchase the UTME form down somewhere, do that. Make sure that you are very, very organized, so that you won't forget the date for applying or for writing the exam. And the most important part is prepare like you mean it. Don't just prepare like, oh, I have a very high UTME score now. Oh, I just don't. Like, you are thinking you have a very high UTME score. I'm very sure that if you probably reach out to other people that are applying to that university or that course, you realize that a lot of people actually have much more UTME score than you do. So don't just relent because you have the high UTME score. Your post-UTME determines a lot. That's if your institution of choice will be making use of your post-UTME, or will be conducting post-UTME for you. And your post-UTME is an exam that can make or break you. So your post-UTME determines whether you are going to get admission that year, or you are going to write the UTME again. So make sure that you already have a very good score now. Just finish everything. Just finish the race. Just finish it, and just be more aggressive about it. And most importantly, believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself and you doubt yourself every step of the way, even when you are in the exam hall and you pick an answer and you don't believe that, oh, I'm not sure this is thing, and then you cancel and then you do all these things, that all these things waste your time. So try to make sure you believe in yourself and put in the effort, and believe in yourself and believe in the effort that you put in when you go for the exam. Thank you guys. So if this video gave you clarity, kindly hit the like button and share with your friends that are also trying to write the post-UTME. Now, if you have any question or you have your own experience you want to share with us, kindly, or with me, because I'm just one, you can kindly drop it down in the comment section. If you have any question at all too, I will make sure to reply to them as clear as I can. So I'll see you guys in my next video.